All right, had to raise my seat as my left knee can't make that bend. And it's barely making the bend now. Anyway, let's just turn this around here. Yeah, that's better. All right, so, all right, guys, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome. We're just going out for a nice little ride. It's about 59 degrees. It's totally overcast here in Oregon. And I'm not going far, not doing much. This is the Haybike Ranger. I have been on this thing a couple of times, and my wife has rode it a couple of times. And I haven't had a decent enough footage where I could say the footage was great or good and the audio was good. So what I've had to do is wait till I could get my audio working good and my video working good, and we'll just go for a ride. So here we are. We're using the Insta360 RS camera, or 1RS, and what a beautiful camera. What a nice day. It is a little cold, 59. It's funny, when the sun is out, 59 sure feels different than it does right now. And right now it's chilly. So I'm actually very glad I have my sweatshirt on. Anyway, we're riding the Haybike Ranger, and we're just taking it out for another little ride. I've already got a little over 17 miles on it, and Haybike gave me this bike so I could do not necessarily the reviews. I think they gave it to me because they want me to do maintenance videos. So I told them, absolutely, I'll do maintenance videos on this bike. So they don't just want me to do maintenance videos, they kind of want me to take pieces apart that are perfectly good and working and show you how to take them apart and put them back on in case you have a similar problem, or in case you need YouTube to show you how to fix something. That's what we're going to do. We'll do you know, maybe a dozen videos on maintenance. Anyway, between 8 and 12 certainly on maintenance, and then if I can figure some other stuff out, we may do that as well. So I did the unboxing. This, I'm going to put some photos at the end to show you the components on this bike. So this bike is for Haybike. It's a step-through version, kind of the Mars. So I have the Mars, and the Mars is a great little bike. I love that little Mars. It only does 20 miles an hour, 21. This one I think does 25. So I think this one goes a little faster, and I think it's using the same motor. But if you look at the brakes, they're manual Fallel brakes, 160 on the front, 160 on the back. It has the Shimano Tourney derailleur with the derailleur guard. It has faux lockable grips to where if you didn't like these grips, they're very easy to take off and you can replace them with something other than what is on here. I personally like them. They have the Shimano 7-speed shifter, the 7-speed Shimano freewheel on the back. This is a 20 by 4-inch tires. Chow Yang Hippo 3s on it. And this is one of the differences in this bike and the Mars is this bike has a display that more like an iPhone style where it sits upright versus sideways. I think the information's about the same, and it's just the way it looks on the bike, and it's dead center of the handlebars. This has a slightly upswept handlebars. This is a folding bike, by the way. This bike can fold just like the Mars and be put away either in the back of a Jeep, back of a truck, back of an SUV, back of a large passenger car. So it's very nice there. It also has a suspension fork that can be locked and unlocked and preloaded. And it's a very nice bike. It's a very pretty bike. Has a rack on the back. The fenders are plastic. They are two-toned, meaning in two-tone plastic, what I'm saying on that is there's a shiny, glossy streak down the middle and kind of dull plastic edges. Very nice though, very, very nice. The bike comes mostly put together. All you have to do is put the front fender, front headlight, and front tire on, and then reset your handlebars on. The handlebars are not real hard. They're just a little tricky for some people. Not a hard thing though. What else does it have? Has a dual-sided chain guard for your pants, so you don't get your pants wrapped up in the chain. So that guard is on both sides. And it's just a really nice bike for, I think this is $13.99, and sometimes you can find a little bit of discount. Certainly look on their homepage and see if you can find a discount from them on the homepage. So yeah, we are out in the middle of the country. This is a route I don't usually take, but I just wanted to take it to be a little bit different and show you guys, if you watch my channel, something a little different than what you always see with the church and that route there. This is not a ride for how far I'm going to go, because quite frankly, I don't know how far I'm going to go. I don't know if I'm going to go real far or not. I'm just out for a little ride, getting a little exercise, and testing this bike out. Now, I've had this bike for a while now. I've had this bike for probably, let me see here, hang on. I've had this bike for at least 2 weeks, maybe longer. And I did the unboxing, yeah, maybe 10 days ago. I delayed doing the unboxing because I had another bike come in just ahead of it, and I kind of don't want to cross the two a whole lot in terms of my ability to get out and ride one versus the other. But so now we got an opportunity to get this bike out on the road, other than my wife getting it out on the road, and other than a little quick test ride. I did do a test ride when I did the unboxing, but I didn't like that ride, so I didn't put it in the unboxing, and it drew the that video out too far. It was too much information, and I just figured, well, I'd get another ride in. So this is essentially the first ride. Whether it really is or not, I don't know, but certainly a nice bike, certainly a fun bike to ride. I always enjoyed doing and reviewing the Mars, the Haybike Mars. That's just a fun little bike for me, and it was my first folding bike. This is my second folding bike, and I just like doing folding bikes and small 20-inch bikes because they're just a lot of fun to do. And you get them and you think, well, big boy, you're a little oversized for that bike. Not true, not true. This bike is flat out gorgeous, flat out fun to ride. As you can tell, I still need to adjust the brakes. I have not made any adjustments on the brakes, and I figure, why would I make that adjustment when I'm going to do a video adjusting it in the future anyway? So that noise that it's making is either one of a few things. The calipers aren't squared up to the rotor. Here, let me stop here. The calipers, I keep going backwards. The calipers are not squared up to the rotor. So if your rotor's looking straight, your calipers need to hit that straight on both sides. If it doesn't, and a little more pressure on one side, a little less pressure, or it's slightly tilted in comparison to the rotor, it's going to give you that squeak and squeal. The other options are, you got your pads are a little bit on the low end, and you can replace the pads with something that's a little less squeaky, maybe a resin pad or organic pad or something. And then the other possibility is your rotor has some oil and some grime on it and you need to clean the rotor. That's always a possibility. So those are some of the things you can check, and we'll go over that in a future video just so you guys can see it. But this little bike is fun. It's again the Ranger by Haybike. Haybike has recently released a few new bikes, and they have one called the Tyson. And I'm wondering if it's after my boy Mike. I don't know. If it's not after Mike, because it's a badass bike. If it's not after Mike, then it should be. So it looks like a cool bike. It's like an upgrade of even this and the Mars. It's a 750 watt motor, and you know, maybe someday I'll get that as well. I don't know. You know, that depends on Haybike and me. If I do a good job, maybe that'll happen. The thing about this whole thing is, when Haybike gave this to me, the idea was to do these videos, and I had told them, I said, you know, this will come more in the winter when there's not availability to ride, and we have a lot of rain here in Oregon. So in the winter, I need things to do bike-wise for the channel. So I think it's a great fit. I think it'll be a great thing, and I think not only will I learn something, you'll learn something. So a little of my background is, I'm not a bike guy. I'm not a bike mechanic. That's not good. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So the thing is, I'm not a bike mechanic. Don't profess to be a bike mechanic. But I am very mechanical. I know electronics. I went to school for electronics. I went to school for photography and cinema. Got my photography degree from Ohio State University many years ago. Got my electronics degree in a place called Cross Lanes, West Virginia. They're no longer there, but then I went to work for Intel for 20 years. I went to work for a photo finisher for 5 years. And the photo finisher, well, it's a photo finishing company. They made equipment for photo finishing. But working for Intel, that was my lifelong goal and dream, and I did that, and I did it for my 20 years, and then I got to retire, and here we are. Started the YouTube channel about RVs, talked about all I could talk about with RVs, and then bought a fifth wheel, and of course I could have kept that going, but we don't full-time. Full-timers are where the attention is, so I moved on to, I had a couple of bikes, electric bikes, and I wanted new because they were very difficult to ride, didn't have a lot of power, and talked to the wife. I call her the DW, dear wife, and we decided, okay, we'll get a couple of new ones and see how it goes. Our friends had some, and we had rode with them on a couple occasions. Theirs were Giant brand, I think, and then, you know, that pretty much told me I need more power because they could just run away from me. They would go up bridges and stuff like where I just came with no effort, and I'd get up there and I'd be huffing and puffing. So we bought a couple of bikes, and then I started, I changed my YouTube channel from that to e-bike reviews, and have not regretted it one bit. I love doing this, and that's kind of where we're at, guys. Just wanted to fill you in on a little history of who I am and why I do this. Retired, so I do it for the fun. I do it for entertainment. I do it because I get pleasure out of helping someone learn something. Hey, we're going to move this this up a little bit, maybe out a little bit. Let's see how that goes. So that's where we are at. That's a little bit of my history, not a whole lot, but a little bit. And so if some of you don't know, I'll be 65 years old this month, and I have over the 65 years lost a little bit of my hearing. So I wear hearing aids, and I'll 90% of the time call them earphones because I can answer the phone on them, but I call them earphones, but they're really hearing aids, and they do a good job everywhere except for riding bikes, because they get very windy, and I can't tell if you guys are hearing that or is it just me hearing that. All right, that's a nice little ride in the country. I do plan on maybe this week, or maybe it might be this week, and I don't know what bike it'll be on. It may be this bike, but I want to go way up that road and go up on the hill there. Well, it's a mountain, and just venture around out there. In order to do that, I need a full battery. I have a full battery now, but a little chilly today for me. Later on in the week, we are going to have some sunnier days and sunnier mornings. I like to do this in the morning, but this morning's a little cold. Let me think, what else is going on, guys? Look at that. Look how beautiful. Some of these people, I don't know where they get all their money to buy this stuff, but some people got some money, because this, you know, of course they could be grandfathered in. They could have got it from their dad or their grandparents or whatever. And you look at something like that, it got a little trailer and stuff on it. But that land nowadays is worth a lot of money here in Oregon. It's worth a lot of money, that land. All right, guys, so that's what the Ranger looks like when you're not on it. It's a beautiful bike, fun bike to ride. All right, so now we are seeing how fast this goes on flat. So on flat it does 25.6 miles an hour, throttle only. 26 right now, 26.2. So it's supposed to be class 3 at 25, and that's exactly what it is. It's class 3 at 25. And it comes shipped like that, I believe. I don't think I changed that. No, I haven't made any changes on this yet. So we're hitting a little bit of a slope, and so you'll need to pedal a little bit when you get up on some slopey stuff. I'm about to go up over this bridge here, and from what I'm seeing where I'm at now, it's about 15 feet from the level I'm at. And I don't think I'd have to pedal up it. I'm gonna, but I think this motor would make it up it because it makes it up on the other side, which is a quicker, steeper portion of the road. Yeah, this bike here is a bike that you will get a little exercise on. That's a good thing, because it can't, the motor itself can't outperform your pedaling. So on a 500 watt motor, you're pretty much always going to be able to get exercise. Whereas on a 750 watt motor, you can ghost pedal. And what ghost pedaling is you just pedal to keep up. You're actually not putting any effort into the pedals. You're just pedaling like right now, I'm not putting any effort into it, although I catch up to it and I can put effort into it. Yeah, so ghost pedaling, you can never catch up to it. Anyway, I'm going to put this together with some photos and get this out as kind of a first ride. We're at 22 miles, so I've gone about 5 or 6 miles in, and yeah, it's a great bike. This is a bike that for the money is an excellent purchase for a lot of people on a budget, and a lot of people that don't have a lot of room and need to store it, maybe in an apartment or a smaller home or whatever. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.